NFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert out left. He's got it to Everett. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. DeAndre Carter back deep. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Eckler now between the tackles. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Herbert. Shifts by at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal from very short range.
Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's complete, it's Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
Herbert on first down now. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And the Chargers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here this last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Eckler again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr. A dump off here to Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Carr. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 50 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, we dominate today.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, That's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. This one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Carr.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Here's Carr.
Slant to Adams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Carr completes it.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Carr again.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Joey Bosa so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run with Bolden. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman.
Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.